How you doing?
Morning.
Hey, I brought you guys some coins that I had made.
You're heading back to Nellis?
Yeah, so they'll probably hang out and...
I had a great time.
Right here, I'm gonna put it on you. So. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Let's go.
Good for you.
So good.
You may be Captain America, but you're not Steve Rogers.
I need that BLACKTREE TV. I need that BLACKTREE TV. I need that BLACKTREE TV.
It's been a real nice ride. Like, I remember we started these interviews with adjustment bureaus 13 years ago.
Yep.
And now, here it is, your 8th time playing Sam Wilson. I wonder, what do you know about him today that you didn't know the first time you put on the wings?
You know, it's funny because I feel like my journey in a lot of ways has mirrored Sam Wilson's journey. Him becoming Captain America, starting off as just a guy who went out for a jog, you know, and lo and behold, here he is. It's, I learned there are two words that kept coming up during the shoot of this movie between Julius and I, and it was empathy and compassion. And I never put together, you know, just how compassionate this dude was and how empathetic he was to the situation of all the people around him. And that was something that I really focused on with this movie and this incarnation of Sam, because I want people to see him grow in every single movie.
Yeah. I know for Chris, I remember he was doing an interview on GMA, and he said that he didn't want to tarnish the character by coming back. Now, I know there's so many pressures being Marvel, just keeping the secrecy and like representing the character. Do you feel at times like it muffles everything you could say as you're representing the character or something like that?
Not at all. Not for me. I think there's so many fun aspects to Sam and so many interesting aspects to this universe and these movies that you don't have to give away all the goodies just to have a conversation. I think the surprise of it all, because, you know, when I go see the movie, I'm just as surprised as you because most of my stuff is CGI. When I'm flying, that's all CGI. So I'm excited to see what they did with what we shot. So I feel like, you know, I can't even talk about it intelligently because I haven't seen it.
Well, y'all did a Disney Plus series, and I know like a lot of time actors, well, I imagine that y'all create your own backstories for characters, fill in the blanks for what you haven't seen. Going into this with the Brave New World, do you carry stuff from Falcon and the Winter Soldier that you have to portray in this character in this movie?
Of course. I mean, like I say, when we first saw Sam Wilson, he was a counselor, he was a veteran, he was a facilitator, a supporter of soldiers, and that was something that was very important for me, keeping that all the way through the storyline up until this movie. There were certain aspects of his being, certain ways of him interacting with people that I wanted to hone in on in this movie, because we now get to see Sam Wilson fully accept and fully take the shield. You know, there's no more question. He is Captain America. So how did that change him? How did that inform, you know, the way he stood and the way he acted and reacted? So things like that were taken directly from Falcon Winter Soldier.
We haven't always agreed on how much latitude enhanced individuals deserve. But what you've accomplished has given me reason to reconsider. Which is why I want you, Captain America, to help me rebuild the Avengers.
The Avengers?
Yes, sir.
Oh, with all due respect, sir, when you passed the Sokovia Accords, you tore the Avengers apart. Why the change of heart?
I represent all Americans now. Hell, half of them wouldn't even be here without the Avengers. The country needs this.
And when we disagree on how to manage a situation, what happens then?
Figure it out together. Look, you don't have to give me an answer now. Just think about it.
I know 10 years ago when we talked about this the first time, you was talking about representation, and we've seen Marvel do such a job in putting characters of different creeds and races and everything. And now with this, you got Nate and Julius. Like, how do you feel just seeing like that 10-year span? How much has grown in this space for characters like that?
I think it's great, man. I think it's wonderful. I think, you know, the idea of representation is important because of the fact it gives you the opportunity to see people in a different light than what you might think. You know what I mean? Like, it's important for my sons to watch the Wonder Woman movie. It's important for my son's friends to see a black dude as Captain America. It changes your perspective. It changes your insight. That's why I say, you know, Captain America is just the moniker. You know, he represents everything that's good inside of us. You know, when I was a kid, one of my favorite superheroes was Superman. Like, I grew up wanting to be Christopher Reeves. Yeah. I didn't care he was a white dude. I didn't care Superman was from another planet. It was the humanity of the character that I connected with. Sam Wilson is the best part of all of us. And that's what people gravitate to, and that's what people connect with.
Okay. From Nola, Super Bowl, who's Kendrick gonna pull out? Is he gonna pull out Manny, Juvie? Like, just take a guess. Like, what do you think?
If Juvie come out, the building might blow up. Juvie gonna bring that fire. But, you know, I would be surprised. I mean, I hope he goes I don't know. I hope he goes off the cuff. I hope he does, you know, something different. I hope he just, like, does a whole New Orleans set. you know? And I can see Kendrick is smart enough and Kendrick is talented enough to where he can do that, you know? And I think these 6 Grammys he just won for a diss song, I think that solidifies him, you know, in the annals of history when it comes to hip hop.
All right, brother. Good seeing you here.
Appreciate you, baby.